Alright, so in this part, we're going to be making the phones. And so what I've done here is I've just opened up PureRef, which is a free software, and I downloaded images of the reference, which is the Samsung S24, S22, and S24 Ultra as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to Blender. I'm going to press A to delete everything in my scene, and I'm just going to press Shift A, come to image reference, and I'm just going to come to Samsung here. I'm going to select this reference image. So we're going to start with the S24 Ultra right here, which is nice. Then for the opacity, I'm just going to come here, and I think I'm going to reduce the opacity down a bit, something like this. Then I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add in a cube. I'm going to start with a cube, and I'm just going to just move it and scale it till it matches what we have in our scene here. So I'm just going to press SX and maybe something like this, and I'm going to scale it on the Z axis as well, something like this, which is nice. Then for the thickness, checking our reference here, not that much. We're not really using the real world value, so but at least let's try and match up. So I'm going to scale it on this on the Y, and maybe hold down shift and just do something like this will do. So yeah, this is what we have, which is nice. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to rename this now. So I'm just going to rename this S24 Ultra, and I'm just going to click OK. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to press Shift D to duplicate this. Then you can see checking reference images of the phone. Let me see, let me look for the perfect image here. Right, I think this is it. So checking reference images of the phone here, you can see that there is this groove that is right here. This is a very unique design. So you can see that there is this groove that just extrude that. So to do that, what we are going to do is that we're going to be using a slice boolean. Before we do that though, make sure you come to your edit preferences, and in your add-ons, make sure you enable the bool tool add-on, because we're going to be using it. So with that enabled, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select duplicate, and what I will do is I'm just going to scale it on the Z axis, or maybe just press S to scale everything for now till we are up to this that we have here. So I'm just going to press S to scale everything, and maybe just scale it a little bit more, something like that. Then what I will do is I'm also going to scale it out on the Y so that it cuts the phone. With that done now, what we'll do is simple. I'm just going to shift click on the phone, and then I'm going to press N to bring my sidebar here. Then in my edit here, I'm going to come to the bool tool, and then I'm just going to select slice boolean. So with that done, let me just turn off overlay so you can see. So you can see that we have this outline here, which is cool and what we want. So let me turn it on back, and also I'm just going to turn on cavity. Then what I want to do now is if I select the phone, um, I'm just going to press tab to go into my edit mode. Then I'm going to press Alt Z to go to X-ray. Then I want to select this um, edge mode, and then I'm just going to select these four edges right here. So you can see, let me just come to my local view by pressing my slash key. So I'm going to select these four edges right here, and let me just press Ctrl A to apply scale. You can see if I press that Ctrl to apply scale, saying create new object. The reason is because we have this boolean that we did. So I'm just going to press OK, and we'll be good. Then what I'll do next is I'm just going to press Ctrl B, and I'm going to bevel it by increasing the number of segments and the size as well. So you just want it to match up with the real thing. I think based on um, the reference we have here, it's not too much. Maybe something just um, small like that. Let's see, yeah, something like this. So I'll need to come back to my object mode. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Anyways, in your drop down, you can let's just check it once more time to be sure. Maybe I'll redo that, maybe not too much, maybe something like this, just a little bit. Yeah, but in your drop down here, you can still change the size if you want to, but I think this is okay, so I'm going to leave it like that, which is nice. So if I press slash to come back to um, the global view now, this is what we have. Then I'm going to do the same for the slice boolean as well, because if you look at this reference image right here, you can see that it's coming like this, just going like that. So we want that as well. So what I'll do is, again, I'll press slash to come to my local view. Then what I'll do is is it for the boolean? Wait, I think it's for the cutter, not for the boolean actually. So let me just press tab to go into edit mode. I'm selecting the cutter here, and I'm just going to select this 4 edges right here, and I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel that according to what we have. So let me just do this. So if I press slash key to come to my global view, let's see if there's a difference. Yeah, so it's the cutter that you want to select, not the object itself. So that's nice. Maybe I'm just going to press SY to bring it out just a tad, something like that. Yeah, so if we turn on cutters, this is what we have. I actually think it's the other way. Yeah, maybe I'm just going to scale it on the Y and reduce it a bit till it shows something like that. Yeah, think actually that's how it looks. Then for the one that is at the back, I think it's okay too. Or maybe what we want to do is, if I tab and go to my back view here, I think I'm just going to press 3 to go to face select, and I actually think we can leave it like that. That's actually how it's looking. So yeah, this is okay. I'm going to leave it like that. So yeah, for the cutter that we have here, I'm just going to press M to create a new collection. I'm just going to rename this as cutters, and I'm just going to click OK. So by default, it's not going to show in our scene, but it's in our viewport it's going to be showing. So we don't want that. So I'm just going to select this image and just drag it down like that, and then I'm going to disable the cutters so that it doesn't show in my scene. So yeah, so far this is what we have. So I'm going to select this and then just shift click on the phone. I'm just going to press Ctrl P, object keep transform. So anywhere this follows. Oh, I think it's the other way around actually. Sorry. I'm going to let me see. I'm going to select this, shift click on this inner one, and I'm just going to press Ctrl P, object keep transform. So anywhere this goes, this follows, which is nice and what we want actually. So yeah, so I think I can right click shade auto smooth for this, still the same, so no major difference. So now what next can we model? I think we can go to this piece right here, this one. So you can see like there's this distinct variation in the phone, and let me look at a better reference image, maybe this one. So you can see that we have this distinct variation in the phone for this as well. So it's also at the bottom. So what I will do now is I'm just going to press shift A and add in a new object to my scene in Blender. Then I want to add in a cube. So what we are going to do again is we're going to use a slice boolean to define that cut right there. So I'm just going to scale down the cube on the Z axis. So SZ again, and I'm just on scale. I'm just checking the reference image here to see it based on what we have. So something like this, not too much, maybe SZ. I'm just going to scale it a bit. Then what you want to do now is you're just going to maybe press X. It doesn't really matter, just leave it. Then I'm just going to shift click on this piece right here last, and then again in my bow tool, what we want to do, select the slice. So you can see now that this is cutting through. Maybe that's a little bit too big, so you can just scale it on the Z axis till it matches your reference actually. Alright, nice. So what I want to do is, you can see it's on both sides, so if it's cutting here, it's supposed to appear on this side as well. Now I'm going to select this cutter right here, and then I'm just going to select the mirror modifier, and I'm just going to click on this piece right here. So yeah, you can see now that we have it on both sides, which is very cool. And what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to apply another modifier, which is the array modifier. And what I want this time is I want it to be 0 on the X, and I just want to move it down on the Z. So based on the reference, if you can see this properly, you can see there's another one down here. So you just want to adjust. This is the main goal for the phone is just because we want to animate it, so it's not for perfection. We just want to have something to work with, so we're not building on reference, but you can always. So I'm just going to move down and till we have something that is closest to the real image, maybe something like this. Let me see that. Yeah, maybe something like that will do. Then for the main image, maybe I'll just press GZ to bring it up, because I can see it's up here. Let me bring it up a bit like that, and select this as well, then still move it on the Z down. Yeah, cool. So we have this slice here and here. Then you can also see one on the bottom side here. So you can see this is the bottom view here. You can see we have these slices here. So what I'll do is I'm just going to select this cutter right here, and I'm just going to press Shift D. I'm going to delete the array modifier for now, and what I'll do is I'm just going to press R, and if you do that, because of the mirror, you can see that it's not on the proper orientation. So I'm going to delete the mirror for now, and I'm just going to press R90, and I'm just going to press JX to bring it somewhere here. Based on the reference, let me check this. So it's like it's only one that is on the top here. So what I'll do is come to my top view. You can see it's somewhere midway. I'm just going to press GX and just bring it somewhere to the middle here. Shift click on the phone last, or this part last rather, and I'm just going to click slice. It's nice. Let me just press Ctrl S to save. If you haven't saved, this would be a good time to save, because anything can happen. So yeah, so we have this top piece right here. So what I'll do again for the one that is down here, let's do that as well. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift D Z, and I'm just going to press GX to move it on the X axis, and I'm just going to shift click on this again, and what do we do? I'm going to slice it, like you're slicing a tomato. Oh my god, that's weird. All right, so yeah, we have this. Maybe I'm just going to move this a bit like that. Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, I think that's cool. um Maybe I'm going to apply another mirror modifier, and then I'm just going to click on the phone, so it comes somewhere around here, which is cool. So yeah, we have our slices and everything is pretty much done. So what I'll do is I'm just going to select these cutters right here, and shift click and shift click, and I'm just going to move them to the cutter selection that we disabled. So yeah, this is what we have so far, which is nice. Actually, looking at this now, I can see that the bevel is a little bit too small, but we already applied that and it's already too late. But you can always go back and redo it again. I think we can apply the buttons, and all right, okay, so maybe not yet. We can see these grooves right here, these holes. I think it's for the mic, if I'm correct. So what I'll do is I'm just going to come to my top view again, and so on this side, you have to really take into consideration orientation when you're trying to make this one. So it's on this side. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift A, maybe select this, Shift S to cursor selected. Then I'm going to press Shift A. We're going to add in a cylinder. For the number of vertices, I'm going to make it something like 50, and I'm just going to click OK. Then I'm going to press GZ to scale it on the Z axis. Then I'm just going to press S Shift Z, or just S in general, to scale that down. And let's see. Then I'm just going to press GZ. Obviously it's too big, so S Shift Z, and I'm just going to scale it on the Z axis like that. Just scale it down so you have something tiny like that, or maybe just scale it up. Then I'm just going to bring it here, GX, and bring it along here. And what I'll do is maybe I'll scale it, and then I'm just going to shift click on this again, and this time around we're going to be applying a difference boolean. So applying that now, you can see this is what we have, which is cool. Then for this I can just apply the array modifier, and I'm just going to increase the count on the X till you have something like this, and then I'm just going to scale this a bit like that. Now looking at this slice here, I feel like it's a little bit too much, so maybe what I'll do is let me bring this down and then just select the quarter again, and then I'm just going to press SX to reduce that like so, which is nice. And then I'm going to select this maybe SX to reduce the size as well, and just have some variation. SX, or is it X? No, sorry, for this side it's going to be SZ. um, I just want to, let's do that again, SZ, or down shift, and I just want to reduce the size a bit like so. So yeah, that's just it. So we have these two groups right here as well. Then let's check the bottom. We're not really going to use the downside here, so I really don't see any point in adding anything to that side. So because in the animation this part is not going to be showing, it's just going to be like a waste of time, so I'm just going to leave that out, um like so. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. Then I think now we can proceed to the buttons. So we know it's going to be wherever the camera is. So based on this image right here, we know the camera is going to be here, so it's going to be here. So for the buttons, I'm just going to press shift A and add in a cube. I'm just going to bring it out here, scale it, and you want it to match your reference, so GX, GZ to move it up. Then I'm just going to press SZ, SX rather, and I'm just going to reduce the size. Just press GX to bring it in. So let's see that. Then on the Y, you want to scale it on the Y as well. Just reduce the size. Press Ctrl A to apply scale because we're about to bevel this. And I think I'm going to scale it again. Yeah, something like that. Then I'm just going to go to um, my edit mode, and what I'll do is I'm just going to press Alt Z, maybe press slash to go to my local view, then press 2 to come to edge mode, select these four edges right here, and let me bring it back now. I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel that out like that. So we have this. So this is what we have for that. And if you want, I think we can apply an extra bevel to this, and then maybe just reduce the number of amount just a bit, then maybe increase the segment like so. Let me hide the empty for now. So this is what we have. I hope that really is not too big, so Alt H to bring back the empty. No, I don't think it is based on the reference we have here. So maybe I'll scale it on the X out like so, so it covers. Then for this right here, I'm just going to press shift this, duplicate this, and then just press GZ to move it down, and XZ, and just like that, then GZ maybe to move it up. Just want it to cover this side here. Alright, so that's just it. Then for the bevel, maybe what we can do this time is just going to bring it, I think we can leave it like that, yeah, and then maybe I'll select these two and then just move them on the Y, you just increase their size a bit. So yeah, that's for the button, and I think we can bring them in because SX to scale that, and then just press GX because I feel like it's a little bit too out. And let's see. All right, nice. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to select the buttons, maybe select this one, shift click on the first one, then I'm just going to press Ctrl J to join. So we are going to have one singular um, object right here, which is cool. So so far we've done the screen, the parts, the slice, and I think we can proceed to the camera. Like I said, we're not going to be animating the bottom section. If I was going to show it in my animation, I'm going to include it, but I'm not going to be using it, so I don't see um, there's any reason why we should do that. It should just save us some time, which is nice. So next, let's go to the camera. The camera is the one that we need to focus on because in terms of materials, if everything is not right, it's going to affect it. All right, so before yeah, I think we can go on, don't worry. So let's start with the camera now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press shift A and I'm going to add in a cylinder to my scene. Then I'm going to scale it on or rotate on the x-axis by 90 degrees, and I'm going to try as much as possible to match up with what we have here. So I'm just going to come to this reference here, and I'm just going to press GZ to bring it up. Let's see, and then maybe like GX. You just want it to be in the middle, and then maybe I'll scale it till it covers like this. So yeah, this is going to serve as the camera. Then I'm just going to press GX to bring it along here. Fortunately, you can't see this, so I'm just going to go by rough estimates from here to here, from here to here. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Then I'm just going to scale it on the Y. Then let's check a reference here. So looking at this reference right here, it's not too big, so let me just come there and maybe just press GX. So we have something like this. So maybe I'm just going to press SY to increase the size, and GY, just something like that. I think it's okay. Then what I'm going to do is you can see we have this groove session right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press Shift D to duplicate this, scale it inwards, then scale it on the Y, and be following along. You should know what we're about to do. So what I'm going to do is maybe I'm just going to scale this on the X a bit. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to scale this out, maybe just like so. We just want something that's close to the reference. Then I'm going to shift click on this last, then we're going to apply a slice pooling. Yeah, boom. So we have something like this. Man, should I have scaled that? I think I should have left it. So let's just redo that. Let's leave the original scale. Yeah, something leave that like that. Then I'm just going to select slice boolean. Yeah, boom. So which is nice. Then for this part right here, I think we're just going to let me drag this up, and I'm just going to select the bevel modifier. Just in case it's way too big, you can reduce the amount and increase the segment. Then I'm going to right click, shade auto smooth. So we have this, maybe tab into edit mode and just add some loop cuts. Does that make it better? I think it's making it worse. Let me turn off overlays. I don't think it's making it better. Alright, so maybe I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I'm just going to shade auto smooth. Let's just leave it like so. But you can see this clipping here, which is not what we want actually. Maybe let me apply the edge split modifier to see if that goes off. So it's not this is what I'm talking about here. All this jagged. So maybe I won't apply the bevel for now. Let me just erase this. Oh my god, I'm going to erase that and maybe delete the bevel for now. Let's just leave it like that for now. Then for the inner pieces, let me just see a better image that shows that. Let's see, because I'm trying to look at the camera now, and yeah, but which image best conveys? Maybe this. You can see that there's this ring right here. So what I'll do is I'm just going to maybe perhaps hide this for now, because will be needing to create the lens and everything. And maybe what I'll do is I'm going to select this one, Shift S2 because it's selected, and we're going to add in Shift A another cylinder, RX90 again. Is it 90? RX90, yeah. And then just reduce this size like so, and then scale it on the Y. So we want this to be that inner portion here, so you don't want it to be too much. SY, and something like this will do. So what I'm going to do now is for the lens, we're going to be applying a boolean to this one. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift A and add in a UV sphere. The UV sphere is the one that's going to serve as the lens actually. So maybe I'll press for the number of segments, maybe 50. Then I'm going to press RX 90. So on this side, and I'm just going to reduce that. So we want something like this groove. Then I'm just going to press SY to scale this, press GY to bring it out. If I press Alt H, this is what we have here. You can see this is sticking out, so I'm just going to press SY to bring it till it's not doing that. Then maybe I'll select this cutter right here, and first let me scale this, SY to scale this as well, then the cutter as well, SY to scale. So let me hide this now, and I'm just going to select this, make sure it cuts through this one we have here, GY, and what I'll do is I'm just going to shift click on this inner piece and apply the difference boolean. Right click, shade auto smooth. So we have for this piece right here, and maybe do I need to do another one? I don't think so, but the lens is a little bit small. Yeah, I think it's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press Shift D to duplicate this cutter right here. Or better still, let's just add a new material for the lens. So this part is for this, and for the lens I'm just going to press Shift A and again adding a UV sphere, again RX 90, and then I'm just going to scale it. So we want it to be a little bit tiny, something like this. I'm just trying to go by what I see. GY and then shade auto smooth. So this is going to serve as the lens. If I press, maybe scale it out, I'm just going to press Alt H. You can see it's a little bit too out, so SY, scale that in. Let me hide this again. Yeah, maybe something like that will do. Then maybe for this one, maybe I'll just going to scale it like that. I'm just going by this. Yeah, so I'm just going to press Alt H, and yeah, this is what we have. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to press let me delete the edge plate we have here. It's not really doing anything. Then I'm just going to press Ctrl A, and then I'm going to apply that. Select this as well, Ctrl A to apply. The thing is I'm about to join everything. Let's see which one again. Ctrl A to apply this. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to press Alt H to bring everything. Then I think for now you can hide this and hide the empty as well, because we want everything to be selected. So I'm just going to click and drag over everything here. I think it should be selected, maybe not the cutters. Okay, how do I go about this then? Let me hide. I'm going to shift click, select this, shift click, select this, press Alt, is it Alt H to bring back that piece that is going to cover up. So maybe for now I'm just going to press Ctrl J to join everything together. Don't worry about if they are joining. We're still going to like separate them when we want to add materials, just for now. So Alt H, and then I'm going to select this right here. So shift click on this one too as well, Ctrl J. So yeah, so we have everything in one piece here for the camera. Then what I'm going to do next is maybe I'll just bring it back over here, GX, and then just bring it here. Then I'm going to apply the array modifier, press 0, then on the Y I am just going to move it down. We're trying to match up, don't forget. Maybe hold down shift and just do that in increment, something like this. Then I'm going to increase number of count to 3, which is nice. Then I'm just going to press GX. Now you can see there's a problem because the cutters did not follow, and that is very that's not nice, because in case an issue arises, you are going to have to use the cutter. So what I'll do is I'm going to press H to hide, then I'm going to select this cutters as well, then press Alt H to bring this back. Then I'm just going to shift click on this last, then I'm going to press Ctrl P, object keep transform, because just in case you want to apply difference again some other time, you're still going to have it available. Then I'm just going to press GX and move it again somewhere here, and I'm going to press array, again 0, and this one move it till you have something close to what you want. Just going in the downshift here, then increase the number of counts, yeah, which is nice. So I'm just going to press GX, or better still, we have the cursor at the former place we did before. So I'm just going to press S, Shift S, then 8, which is to where the cursor is, which is here, which is very nice. So that's for the first camera part. So for the second, I don't think we have to stress ourselves too much. What I'll do this time is I'm just going to press Shift D again, press X to bring it here. Then I'm going to scale this till it matches. So let's see that. You can press Alt Z, and yeah, then for the number of counts, I'm going to reduce this to 2, and I'm just going to move this down like this. And then press Ctrl S to apply scale, and boom, there you go. So I'm just going to press GX to bring this back close to this one right here. So far this is what we have, which is not bad at all. Then I think I can select these edges right here. So Shift Alt to select, and then I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel. Number of segments is 8, and yeah, I'm just going to click something like that. So we have some bevels that idea. What is that? Okay, I think because we joined together, don't apply the bevels now. We're still going to apply them at a later time, but not now. So yeah, we have this right here, and then for let's see, for this I think for the flash, again it's simple. What I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift S2, cursor selected. I'm going to add in a cylinder, RX90, then maybe I'm just going to press GZ, just bring it in between here, make it very tiny. Let's check the reference. Yeah, something like that. Let's see, just press GZ to bring this down, and I'm pretty much going to use the same technique we did for the first as well. So bring it here, and what I'll do is press SY to scale it, because I think it's very small in the reference, GY, and boom. So this is what we have. Then I'm just going to press Shift D to duplicate this, scale it inwards, SY to scale it out, because we want to create a slice. Shift click, slice, right click, shade, auto smooth. This is what we have. Then when we're applying materials, we're going to create this part right here. So just like that. Then I'm going to select this cutters right here, shift click on this, M, move to the cutters. If I press Alt Z, I think there's another one here, press M, move to cutters, and then select this one right here as well, press M and move to cutters, which is nice. So we have this. Then I think we are pretty much done with the camera and that as well. So what I'll do is I'm going to select the camera and select this two. I think for this one I can press Ctrl A, apply, and then select this as well, Ctrl A, apply, then select both. I'm just going to select both, and then I'm going to press Ctrl J to join together. And what next? Alright, so I'm going to select, shift click select on the camera pieces, shift click on the phone last, then Ctrl P, object keep transform. So again, if you move the phone, this follows as well, which is nice. So I think we're done. What else have been to added? Yes, this camera piece right here. So this one is a bit tricky because the screen is an animation, and I'm just going to go about it the lazy way, because like I said, it's more about the animation than the phone itself. So for this front piece here, I think it's here as well. What I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift A and add in a cylinder as well. Honestly, by this time now, this should be called a cylinder tutorial. So I'm just going to scale this and press Alt Z, maybe bring it here and scale that. and I'm just going to press GY, scale it on the Y. um, I'm just going to press GY and scale it again. I'm just going to make sure it's showing at the top here because of the material. So I'm just going to press GY like that, and boom. So we have that, and it's just coming out like this. So let's see that. Maybe scale it inside, shade auto smooth, and yeah, I don't think I'm going beyond that. um, let's just check the reference again. I need a clearer image. I think this is clearer. It's not that clear, but you get the point. Then what I'll do next is, you can see we have the lens. I think the best image is here. So we have the lens here. Again, we'll go about it the lazy way. um, what happened? Okay, X-ray mode is on. I'm just going to press Shift A. Again, I'm going to add in a UV sphere. Press RX90, and I'm just going to scale, or let me put my cursor here. Then I'm going to select the Shift S, 8, cursor to object to cursor. So you just want to scale that, because based on this, I'm just going to reduce the size and scale it on the Y. Scale it, just scale it. This is going to serve as the front camera piece here. Just have ways to go about it. So I'm just going to press shade auto smooth, and boom. Then I'm just going to select these two again. Maybe just press Ctrl J to join them together. Don't worry, we're going to apply a different material to each, so it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to shift click on this, Ctrl P, object keep transform, which is nice. So if I turn off overlay now, boom, we have the phone already. Then I think you can press Ctrl S again to save at this point. You can press Ctrl Alt S to save another version of this, just in case anything happens. Alright, so that's nice. I think now we are going to go to the second version of the phone, which is the S24. So the S24 is similar to S24 Ultra. It's just it has a bevel, so this should be relatively easy to make. In fact, we are not going to do much things. But before we go, nah, I think we can just skip it. I'll apply that later. What I wanted to say is, I'm going to, like, we can add the name, but I'm not going to even use the name Samsung, because why not? I'm going to use Speed instead, because I'm the one making the phone, not Samsung. So I'm just going to leave that out. So let's just make the phone. So I don't need this empty again, so I guess I can just delete this. So we already have this phone right here. Alright, so we've not print the buttons to this right here. So shift click, Ctrl P, object keep transform, boom, there we go. So we have this piece right here. So I'm just going to maybe select everything and hide for now. Again, Ctrl S to save, Shift S, bring my cursor to my word origin. So we want to model the S24 this time around. So what I'll do is, again, I'm just going by blind. Which one is this right here? I think it's for the cutters. What is that? Oh, I think I left out a part, and I think maybe I shouldn't delete the empty actually. I hope the button, yeah, so let me just redo parenting the button. I think for now I won't delete the empty, just to have a reference for the S24, because I don't have the front view, so I'm just judging by what I see. So this is for the S22. Maybe we can use this actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the S22 instead of the S24, because we want to add an effect from an older video and it's not from the present one. So maybe what I'll do is, I'm just going to press hide this one now, but hide everything. Then I'm going to press Shift A, and I'm going to add in an image reference. Then I'm going to add the S22, and I'm just going to bring it. Then what I'll do is, I'm just going to press Shift A, add in a cube again, and you just want to scale it till it fits SX then maybe just press DX to bring it here. Then selecting this, I'm just going to press SX again to have something like that. Then you want to scale it on the Z axis too. And press GZ, bring that down, scale it on the Z axis. Let's see, I'm trying to match up with everything here. Yeah, I think this is the closest I'm going to get. So yeah, we have that. So this is for S22, and the reason why we're using S22 is because the animation we want to be making from was actually from last year and not the current one that was done for this year. So there's a special effect at this point where we have to make this disappear to show that it's new, and we'll have to do that. So yeah, what I'll do is maybe I can still use the S24. We only use this one for reference. What's the S24 again? This one right here. So I want to show that in the latest version of the phone we don't have this there anymore. So I think this is okay. Then what I'll do now is scale it on the X or Y rather, sorry. Then for this MT again, maybe the opacity too. I'm just going to reduce it like that. Scale it on the Y to have something like this. Like I said, this one is relatively easy to model compared to the one we just done, and our work should be easy since we have the lens and every other thing done already. So what I'll do now is press Ctrl A to apply scale, and again, just like we did for the first one, you can see that you have this your grooves here. So what I'm going to do again is I'm just going to press Shift D, or before I do that, let's rename this. So I'm going to name this S or Pit24 anything, because I'm not even going to add Samsung name to the bottom. So yeah, we have that. Then I'm just going to press Alt Z, select these four edges right here, and I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel, because based on this, let me see, I'm just going to bevel it like that, maybe not too much, something like this should be okay. And yeah, do I need to bevel now? No, actually, let's not bevel now, because we first need to apply the slice, and if a bevel is going to affect the process. So Shift D to duplicate this, and I'm just going to press S to again scale it down, something like this, maybe a little bit for this one. Then you want to scale this on the Y, just scale it out like that. Then shift click on the phone last, then just apply your slice boolean, which is nice. Then you can select this now and then just apply the boolean if you want to. So I'm just going to press Ctrl B Z, and I'm just going to bevel, yeah, something like that. Then I'm going to select the slice as well, or Z, Ctrl B to bevel. So let's see that. So select this one right here, shade auto smooth. If I turn up my overlays, this is what we have, but you can see there's a problem here with the uniformity. So let me select the cursor right here and then just click on the X axis as well. Let's just see how that looks, just to have a phone anyways. Yeah, maybe I'll scale it out, or maybe not. Let's see, Z, I'm just going to leave it like this actually. Then maybe on the X, the Z, maybe bring it down just to have something. Honestly, I feel like it's okay. Then for this, maybe I'm just going to press SY to bring it in a bit, just so we can see this groove right here. Kind of feel like the cut is not quite nice, so I'm going to leave it with this. Select this, and I'm just going to press SY to bring it inwards just a tad like that. So this is what we have. I think it's a little bit too much. I'm trying to get the perfect one here. It's gonna be confusing. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Maybe something like this will do. Let me see the reference again. Honestly, this part is where you kind of get confused. I think it's outside, it's not inside, is it? Alright, maybe what I'll do instead is press SY to bring it out and not in. Maybe something like this. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, judging by it. Then I think it's okay. Then what I'll do is if I press Alt H to bring back the phone, you can see we have a big problem. Let me just press Shift G to select the immediate children of this one, and then let me just press GX. The quarters as well, so we might have a problem based on the scale. So we can see we have a scaling. So now and this is about the part where you might want to apply your booleans and duplicate this, because we're about to scale this down to like the value of what we have for the image of the S22 right here. So maybe what I'll do now is let me hide the empty, hide the plane. For the phone, I'm just going to press Shift G, select the immediate children, shift click on this last, press hide. Then I think I can apply the booleans to this one, and let's come here. I'm just going to press Control A to apply, and this one I'm just going to, let me see, Control A to apply this as well. Then press M to move this to the quarter selection. So I'm just going to scale. I have to scale this. If I check the dimensions of this, actually this is more closer to a more realistic value, because the other phone is way too big. So I'm just going to use this one, and what I'll do is I'm just going to shift click on, select this, shift click on this, and then I'm just going to press Ctrl P, object keep transform, and I'll just want to bring it here. Then I'm going to press Alt H to bring back this, hide this one, hide this as well. I'm just going to scale this till it's close, or a little bit close to this one, because we don't want a big phone too much. So if we bring this side by side, this is what we have, and then we already have the booleans applied and everything. But I think I omitted something. There's supposed to be one here. Let's just see that. Okay, I think it's this. I omitted this, so let me hide this again. Shift G, immediate children, shift click on this, and let's see. Okay, so I haven't applied the boolean to this, which is why we're having that. So I'm going to apply all of this right here. And let me see if I scale this down. And also you can see for this slice pieces right here, you have to also apply it. So I'm just going to press Ctrl A, apply, select this as well, Ctrl A, apply. This is where it can be stressful. Ctrl A, apply, Ctrl A, apply. Thanks for still watching though. Yes, this is what we have. So yeah, so now if I scale this, hopefully there should be no issues. Yes, which is it is. Actually, before scaling or applying those bevel, our advice that you have a duplicate of whatever you are doing, just in case you want to start all over again or you lose your files. So that is okay. I'm just going to press GX and bring it. I feel like this is way too big. So yeah, in comparison, actually this is what we should have. Maybe something like this. This difference between the Ultra and the small one. Okay, so what I'll do next is I'm just going to select the cameras that I have here, and based on the reference, it's just 3 cameras with this light. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press GX or Shift, let me see, Shift D, and I'm going to press Alt P to clear the parent and keep transformation. Don't forget that we add this parented to it. I'm just going to press GX, bring it here, and I'm just going to press GZ and bring it down like that. No, just scale it in to have a reference, and press GY to bring out. So let's see that. I don't think that's bad at all. All right, maybe scale on the y, gx, y rather, and then just bring it something like that. All right, so this will serve as the camera piece for this, and then I'm going to select this flash here, Shift D, Alt P, click and keep transformation, and I'm just going to press GX, just bring it somewhere here, and GZ, and just bring it, just grab it and bring it here. Maybe just scale. Yeah, so I think we are pretty much done, and I think for the front camera it's the same thing. So we have something like this as well. So I'm just going to come to my front view and select these two again, Shift D, Alt P to clear and keep transformation, and I'm just going to bring it here. Or better still, if I shift click on this and select both, what you can do is if you right click or you press um, F, no, not that, so I'm just going to press GUI to bring this out till you see it. Let's see, it's way too small, and add to see. Yeah, I think I can see it coming out. So GUI, so you see it entering. I think it's entered. Let's see that. No, it's not. So GUI, you just want to place it like that. So yeah, you have it here, and what I'll do is I'm just going to shift click on this, Control P, object keep transform again. Wherever this goes, this follows. Let's do the same for the lens, Control P, object keep transform, and then you can see the touch right here is way inside, so press GY and you just want to bring that out. Make sure that you can see. I'm just going to press GY here and shift click, Control P, object keep transform. So yeah, that's for the phone modeling. I'm really sorry it took this much time, but that's just the sad reality. And then for the buttons, I think we can quickly just add that to it. I think I can just tab into edit mode. Maybe I'll just press, or let me just press Shift D to clear this, press GX to bring it here, press Alt P to clear and keep transformation. Obviously we'll have to scale this down because this is way too big, so let me just bring it here, and I'm just going to select this, Control P, object keep transform. No, not make parent, let's do that again. Shift click, Control P, object keep transform, which is nice. So yes, that's pretty much for the phone modeling. You can go ahead to save this now. I'm very sorry this took your time, and just before we go, we have to add in this piece here because it's the special piece for the animation part I'll be making, which is this right here. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift S2, cursor to selected, then I'm going to add Shift A. Want to add in a cube because we want to make this the camera part that will dissolve. So I'm just going to press Shift X, and just you want it to be up to this part here. Then you want to scale on Y. I think based on what I'm seeing here, it's actually part of everything till about this point. So um, maybe I'm just going to press SX, and you want to scale it till they are both the same. Let's see. Something like that. Then maybe I will press Shift Z to bring, sorry, my wireframe. So I just want to make sure that the tangents here are almost the same, which is nice. Then what I'll do is I'm going to press Tab to go to my edit mode. Then before I do that, let me press Shift Z again to come back to my object. I'm just going to press Ctrl A to apply scale. Then I'm just going to select this now. Press 2 to go to my edge mode, or Z to bring X-ray. and I'm going to select these two edges right here. So I want to bevel it according to what we can see here. So I'm just going to press Ctrl B and just bevel it till it matches. Or better still, let me just press GX and just move this. Then press Ctrl B to bevel that till it kind of matches what we have. And maybe what I'll do here is just going to press GZ. Alright, so let's not do the bevel yet. Um, let's select one, press 1 to go to vertex mode, and you just want it to be on the top here too. So to apply scale, again select these two edges right here, these two, and this one down here, and you just want to bevel that. Yeah, so we have something like this. So this is going to serve as that phone piece, and if you want, you can apply the bevel modifier again, maybe reduce the amount, because actually in the real reference I think wait, this side actually was beveled, or not really beveled so to say, but I mean it was scaled inwards like this. Then maybe let's see, we scale it inwards. Then if you want, you can press Ctrl B to just bevel that and then shade auto smooth. So yeah, we have the camera piece, and that's just it. So this is going to very important. Maybe I'll just press SY to scale it in. It's going to be very important when we want to create that effect that we add, but you can see that it's conflicting with this. So maybe what I'll do is I'll scale it on the X so that it doesn't cover this, and maybe I'm just going to press is that what I want to do? Because in this one right here, the touch is here. Maybe I'm just going to follow the normal format for it. So what I'll do instead is I'm just going to press G and bring this one here. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you took your break. So in this part we are going to be adding materials to our model, and what I'll do is we haven't parent this right here to the phone, so I'm just going to select this camera piece and shift click, and I'm just going to press Ctrl P, object keep transform. So if we move, everything follows. Then yeah, I think that's just it. So now we can proceed to adding materials. So what I'll do is I'm just going to come right here. There's always issue with this clipping. I'm just trying to create a new window. That is not what I want. Every time I try to do this, it's so annoying. I never get it. Okay, so I've gotten it now. So I just want to create a new window here for the camera. So let me just drag it something like around here. Then what I'll do is looking straight like this. I'm just going to press Shift A, camera, and I'm just going to press Control Alt number pad 0, and maybe just press GZ to bring it down, maybe GZZ to I think dolly it like that, and come to my camera settings here under viewport display. I'm going to keep this to 1. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to come here in my viewport shading. So this is what we have, and we'll be adding materials. Then before I come here, what I want to do is in my render settings here, I'm going to change this from EV to cycles, so that when we come to the rendered view here, we're going to be seeing it in cycles and not EV, because by the time we are applying materials for the camera lens, it's not going to show in EV. But for now, this is okay. Maybe I'll change this to let's see, maybe to abandon sleepway. I think I just like it, the lighting and everything. Alright, so that's just it. Looking through the camera here, and now we can proceed to adding material. So what I'll do is I'll just drag this up, and then I'm going to change this to the shader editor. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to start with the phone. What we're going to do is I'm looking through our reference here. You can see that like this part is a little bit more rough compared to this side. And then looking through here, you can see a bit of a noise texture. Let me see which image best conveys what I'm saying. Yeah, looking right here, you can see all this noise here, so we're going to be adding that as well. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start with the inner piece here, and we want this sort of color. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press new to add a new material, and then what I'll do is I'm just going to make the base color something like this. Just trying to match up roughly, and just let's see, yeah, maybe something like that. Bring it here and just choose any color you want. Then I'm going to turn the metallic to 1. Then for the roughness, I'm just going to reduce it a bit for this inner material right here. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to press Shift A. We're going to be adding in a noise texture. Then I'm just going to plug it here. So if I Control Shift click, this is what we have. You can see it's way too small, so I'm going to keep it like something like 100, something like that. Then I'm just going to press Shift A in between here and add in a color ramp like that. So let's see how that um, goes. Maybe I'll reduce the white. Let me see. Should click on the color ramp. So if I bring in the black value, so we have something like this. Maybe I'm just going to bring this somewhere around here. Then I'm just going to press Shift A and add in a mix color node to just change this back to the default color that we had before. So if I Shift click on the principled BSDF node now, this is what we have. So I want it to be towards more of this, and maybe I'll just reduce this and bring it towards the white value. Then maybe increase the detail as well to something like 4. Let's see that. Yeah, that's not bad. Then maybe increase the scale again. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe we can use this as well to drive the bump. So what I'll do is I'm just going to click this and drag out. I'm just going to select the bump node, and I'm going to reduce the distance to something like 0.01. So if you look at this, it's not going to show. So what I'll do is let me just drag this down. Maybe I'll optimize space by dragging this in a bit. Then maybe bring this here. What I want to do is, if we look at this in cycles, before we do that, let me just change my word from the background to using a HDRI. So I'm just going to press Ctrl T on this, and I'm going to click open, and I'm just going to select HDRI even abandon sleepway. So looking at this with cycles, we should be able to see the bump, and that's okay. It's not really even showing, so I think it's pretty much good. So yeah, that's okay. Maybe what I'll do is I'm just going to increase the scale of this something like 200. Just add something like that. So let me go back to this view right here. Then if I bring this up again, looking through here, so for this one right here, we want it to be a different material, similar to this, but maybe just the roughness. Then maybe I can use this to drive the roughness as well for this one. So let's see how that looks. It's computing. Yeah, not bad. So I'm just going to leave this for this material right here. Then what I'll do is I'm going to select this one, and we can use the first material that we used. So I'm just going to select this material, but this time around I'm just going to double click on this right here to make it a separate material. Then let me see, let me just bring this down. Then what I'll do is, maybe for this one right here, I'm going to increase the roughness. So I'm going to unplug this, and I'm just going to increase the roughness something shiny. Then for the color, I want it to be high on the value, maybe something like that. So let's see how that looks. And that's not bad. Let's see. Then for the scale, if I just Control Shift click on this, so we can see that, because looking at this now, um, Yeah, something like that is okay. Let me see what will happen if I use a factor of 100. Let me just control shift click on this. Let's look at it from here. Let's see. So we have this, and I'm looking at the reference. I'm just trying to achieve something similar. Yeah, I think I'm just going to increase the scale of this, maybe like 300 or so. Yeah, so something like that is okay. So far so good. So we have this material here, and then I think for the factor of this, I'm just going to increase it, and maybe um, let's see if I bring this close, maybe something like this is okay. Yeah, I think it's okay like that. Then we can apply the same material for this one to the buttons as well. So I'm talking about for this. So I'm just going to select the buttons, and I'm going to shift click on this last. Then I'm just going to press Ctrl L, link materials. So these have the same materials as this as well, which is very nice. All right, cool. So for this one, for the slices right here, you can see that they have a different variation, more like something that is darker. So for this one, I'm just going to use a new material and turn the metallic to 1. We're not going to be applying any noise texture whatsoever. What I'll do is I'm still going to give it the same color, but I'll make it very dark compared to the rest. Then I'm going to increase the roughness, maybe make it towards white instead. So let's see that. um, yeah, maybe something like this will do. Let me turn down the roughness. Looking at it in cycles, let's see that. Is it close to what we have here? Maybe not actually. What I do, because we have something like this, and this is not, it's quite similar to this one. So maybe I'll select this color for it, and maybe I will increase this. Yeah, maybe something like that, just a bit down and darker. Yeah, I think this is okay, and maybe I'll make it um, something like this point here. So if we look at now, this is what we have. Right, so let me go back to the viewport shading. So far this is what we have. So we apply the same materials to these ones as well. So it's material 3. I'm just going to give this material 3 as well, and let's check the ones that are down. So this is already applied. Select this, give it material 3. Okay, cool. So far so good. So we have materials applied to this one right here. Now for the camera, or the camera, I'm just trying to speak right way. So we have these ones right here. So still quite similar, um, but it's more shiny compared to the rest. So maybe what I'll do is I'm just going to select the camera first of all. Then don't forget that we add everything, because if I press OZ now, the lens is here and everything. So this is about the right time to separate everything. So what I'll do is um, let me select and then just press P, separate by loose parts. So you can see that's already affected the array modifier, which is not what we want to do. So maybe what I'll do is I'm just going to assign the materials one after the other. So what I'll do is for this one, I'm going to press L, and to link the material to this one. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to press a new to select a new material. Then maybe what I'll do is I'm just going to increase the value of this, or maybe decrease, give it a metallic value of 1, then reduce the roughness. So let's see that. If I tab out, this is what we have. Okay, maybe increase it a bit. So that will be for this part. We'll be needing different materials for the camera session. So I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to press L to select this part, and then I'm just going to hide it. Then you can see now that if I press L to select this part and I press G, this is the part that covers it. Like this is the glass material side. So looking at the reference here, let me see a better view to look at this. um, I think this will do justice. You can see that this part right here has a black inner ring, so I'm just going to press T to go to face select, and I'm just going to press I to insert a face. Then I'm going to press L to first of all link the material. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to um, come to my materials tab here. I think I need to drag this out now, as well as this. Come to my materials tab here, and what I'll do is for this inner ring right here, or everything in general, I'm just going to press this to give it a new material. Then what I want is a black material, and maybe not on the metallic side, but before the roughness. Is it for the roughness? No, I don't think it's for the roughness. So I'm going to increase the roughness, and I'm going to assign it to this one right here. So yeah, we have something like this. And then for this part right here, this is going to serve like a glass shader. So I'm going to create a new material for this as well. What I'll do is for the transmission, I'll turn it to 1. This is when you have to turn to cycles, because if it has problem with the transmission value. So if I click assign, so what I'll do is I'll now reduce the roughness. So you can see this is what we have. It's going to make this clear, and I've already assigned it. Maybe you can reduce the roughness to whatever value you want. This is where the limitation is, but if I tab out now and come to another view here, you can see now that it's showing this inner part that we have here, which is what we want, and it's very nice. So let me go back to this view. I'm going to tab, and I'll press L again to select this part, and then I'm just going to hide this. Then for this inner part right here, this one, I'm going to press L to select everything, and I'm going to create another material. I'm going to select new, and what I'll do is for this one, I'm just going to turn the roughness to 0, and make the color, I'm going to reduce the value, something like black, and I'm just going to click assign, because it's the one that is going to house the lens. So like that. Then for the lens, which is this one right here, I'm just going to press L, select everything, and what I'll do is I'm just going to create a new material for this as well. So I think we can um, name this one length, because it's definitive. I'm just going to press home. Then for the lens material, what I'll do is I'm just going to bring this down. Then I'm going to press Shift A, add in a refraction BSDF. We just want to fake the lens effect. Then what I'll do is I'm going to shift click on the principal BSDF with the refraction, and then I'm just going to press Ctrl 0 to add in a mix shader. So let's bring this right here, and let me first assign this. What I'll do is for the transmission, I think I'm going to make this 1 to give it like that glass effect. Then for the refraction, I'm just going to give it this bluish color right here, so you can see that tint, something like that. Then maybe for the principled BSDF, you can give it something that is a little bit darker. Then for the roughness, maybe you can just bring that up. Then for the roughness for the principled BSDF, I'm going to reduce that. So if I press tab and I go to my cycles view, this is what we have. So to save time, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to press Ctrl B and just do it like this, so you can see it's rendering fast. So we can see it from here, so you can see the lens inside this part right here, which is cool. And then I think for this right here, you might want to reduce the roughness again, just to make that very clear. Yeah, that's not bad. So we have the lens in here. Then maybe for the lens as well, maybe reduce the roughness, make it let's just see. um, oh yeah, that's not bad. Then maybe for the color, maybe increase the value a bit, something dark like that. Yeah, so that's for the lens material and the camera. So I'm just going to press Ctrl to B to bring back everything. Then I think the only problem now is this right here. I'm just going to press Shift Alt to select everything here, and let's see. I hope, yeah, Shift Alt. I want to select this ring of vertices here, and I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel, but there seems to be a problem. I press Ctrl A to apply scale. Okay, yeah, it's because the scale wasn't applied. So I'm just going to increase this number of segments, and I'm just going to leave it like that. So we have something like this, which is much better than what we had before. Alright, cool. So what I'll do is, I think I can do the same for this right here as well. So I'm just going to tab Shift Alt to select this ring of vertices, and I'm just going to Ctrl B. Before I do that, let me press Ctrl A to apply scale, so we have even bevels, and I'm just going to do something like this as well. Alright, cool. So shade auto smooth, and now we can apply materials to this. So just like this, how many materials did we have for this in total? Let me see, 1 2 3 4 5. So we're having 5 materials, so I'm going to create 5 slots for this. 1 2 3 4 5. So for the first material, I'm just going to tab into edit mode now, selecting this. I'm going to press L to select this outer material here, and I think it's material 4. Then I'm going to click assign, then I'm going to hide it. I'm going to select, I think this is this right here. If I press L, is for the cover, so it's going to be this material right here, and I think it's material 5. Then I'm going to click assign. Then for this, I'm just going to press I to insert a face. Then for this material right here, I'm going to assign it. Then I'm going to make it material 6. So looking through now, yeah, this is what we have. I think uh, compared to this is a little bit too small, so maybe I'll scale this to match this. Okay, so um so far this is what we have. I think there's a problem with the bevel here. I'm just going to leave it because it's not about the phone, it's about the animation actually. So I'm going to press L, and I'm going to hide this as well. Then I'm going to select this material here, press L, and I'm going to make it material 7. And then I'm going to assign, select the lens lastly, select this right here, lens material, assign. So yeah, that's just it. And because we have the array modifier turned on, you can see this is applied to it. Now for the flash, which is this right here, we're going to be needing 2 materials. So what I'll first do is I'm going to tab into edit mode, and don't forget we join these two together. So I'm going to select this one, and what I'll do is I'm just going to press I to insert a face. I want it to be for this side right here. So I'm going to select the material, and then I'm going to add in 2 materials. I'm going to press L to select the whole of this one right here, and I think it's going to be material is it 4? If I tab out, I think it's material, yeah, it's material 4. Is it material 4? Yeah, I think it's material 4. So we have that right there. Then I'm going to just Shift Alt to select this edge, which is right here. Press Ctrl A to apply scale, and I'm just going to bevel that something like this. So we have this like that, and then for this one right here, maybe I can just add in a loop cut. I can add in a loop cut to this ring right here, which is why we have the jagged shading. Well, I'm just going to leave it like that. Then for this part right here, I'm just going to press L to select everything. Then I want a new material, and I'm going to click new. So what I'll do for this is I'm just going to make this a white material. For the emission, I think what I'll just do is, for this I'm going to make it something like 0.5. Then I'm going to select this inner face right here, and I'm going to create a new material for it. We still want it to be material 8. I'm going to click on this to separate it and give it its own separate material. And then I think for the emission strength, I'm going to make it 1 instead. And then I think I can make this be something like yellow. Right, so it's just a lazy way to go about it. So we have something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the camera. And if we look through cycles, um, this is what we have. Just went about it in the lazy approach, but I think it's pretty much okay. I think for the color, you might have to change it to something um, quite similar to what we had before, or I might just leave it actually. So let's just leave it like that. Alright, so let's go back. Now for the screen material right here, let's come to these two right here first. So we have these two. Again, we're going to be creating two materials because they are two separate objects that we join together. So I'm going to click on this. So for this sphere right here, I'm going to press L to link. I'm just going to apply the lens material, and then I'm going to click assign. Then I'm going to press L to select this one, and I think it should be, if I'm correct, it should be material, I think 5, or is it, yeah, I think it's material 5. And then I'm going to click assign. So if we tab out there, this is just going to serve as the simple camera material as well, which is nice. Then I'm going to select this one. For the face, you can see in the front view here, for this phone, that let me bring that back. You can see that there's a black material first, then you now have the screen. So what I'll do is I'm going to tab into edit mode, press 3 to select this face right here, and what I'll do is I'm going to press I to insert a face. Now just in case you are seeing this clipping, it means you have passed the boundary for the insert, so make sure you don't pass that. Then I'm going to select this face right here, and then I'm just going to press shift alt to select this ring right here. We want to give it its own material, so I'm just going to click on this, and I think we've already created a material that is similar to that. So let's see if we use material 5. Yeah, that's not bad. So maybe if I just press S to scale this now, maybe not too much. This is where's the phone? So this is what we have. It's not bad. I'm just going to keep it like that actually. So for the screen, I'm just going to select this face right here, and I'm going to give it a new material. And I think I can rename this one too as well, because it's special and definitive. And I'm just going to, instead, I'm going to keep the emission strength to 1, and I'm going to assign it. Then I'm going to reduce the value to something dark, something sort of a screen, something like that. Then for the color as well, I'm just going to reduce this. So yeah, this is for the screen and everything in general. So this is just everything for the basic material setup. And what I'll do is I'm just going to apply the same material to this. Maybe I'll just change some things, and I'm going to see you when I'm done with everything. Alright guys, so done with adding materials to this phone right here as well. So what I did in addition to that was I discovered I didn't add the slices to this one, so I added in the slice with the boot tool. So I just added this on there as well, so you can go ahead and do that. Maybe I'm just going to increase the value up a bit just to have a different color variation. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything about the phone and adding materials. What we're going to do in the next part is we are going to be animating this. So see you then.